At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Women's hockey is on the rise in Canada.
They score!
Don't miss the moment. Team Canada returns to the spotlight to defend gold. And fans across the country rise as one. The 2026 IIHF U18 Women's World Championship is coming to Cape Breton, January 10th to 18th. See the rise. Tickets are on sale now at hockeycanada.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Join the HN Live family with its new video platform, HN Live Plus.
Oh! No. Oh, it's over! Whoa!
Not only will you get a platform with paywalls and copyright protection, but also 4K streaming at the lowest pricing with customer support.
Here comes Boyle on a breakaway. 5-hole scores!
HN Live Plus will also bring high-quality video production, video editing, and social media support to help grow your brand. Join the fastest growing sports streaming company in North America, HN Live Plus. Call today and showcase your content. The following presentation is brought to you by HN Live in partnership with Source for Sports.
The 18th annual Junior A World Challenge comes to you live from Trois-Rivières, Quebec. The beautiful Colisée Videotron, home of the Trois-Rivières Lions in the East Coast Hockey League. And for this week, 4 teams from 3 countries collide in search of a gold medal. So we welcome you inside at hnlive.ca. My name is Dave Dawson. Thanks so much for joining us. On day number 2, we open things up with Sweden and USA. These 2 programs met head-to-head in the championship game in 2024 in Camrose. USA won that one by a score of 7-4. Yesterday, USA was down by Team Canada East by a score of 4-1. They were down 1-0 through the opening 20. It was tied at 1 through 40. Put up 53 shots on goal, and Osapienko of Canada East, second all-time in saves in the tournament, unofficially with 52 of them. Frank was the lone goal scorer for USA in the 4-1 loss. Heil made 25 saves for that one. Team Sweden, a 6-2 victory over Canada West yesterday, where they led 2-0 through 20. Canada West tied it up. A power play goal made it 3-2 through 40, and then 3 goals in period 3, including an empty netter, got them the rest of the way to a 6-2 victory. Shots were 45-31. Power play was great. They went 2 for 6. Command and Bartholdson each had a pair. Nami and Mayer also scored for Sweden, while Tam made 29 saves, many of them spectacular, for the victory. Starting goalies today, Caleb Heil gets the day off. We're looking at Ryan Cameron, 6'1", 179 pounds, out of Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Plays for Cedar Rapids in the USHL through 16 games this year. 11-4-1 as a starter. 293 goals against and an .884 save percentage. He will be headed to Boston College in September. USA's head coach is Andy Brandt out of the Madison Capitals. He is 42 years old and in his third season as a head coach and GM. Ryan Carruthers from Sioux Falls, Pat McCadden from Green Bay, also the assistant coaches as well. Johan Rosen, 58 years old, same haircut as Dave Dawson, is part of the under-18 World Championship group, under-17 group as well. And the starting goalie for Team Sweden is Douglas Nielsen. He is 6'4", 177 pounds, born in 2008 for Färjestad in their under-20 program this year. He was 4-5 as a starter, 331 goals against, 875 save percentage, played 5 games in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup in the summer. Goals against average of 3, 932 save percentage. This is the 11th meeting all time between these two programs. Day 2 of the Junior A World Challenge is underway. Sweden has a 2-8 record head-to-head and has outscored 44-22 in the history of these two programs. Mason Fleece puts it in for Team USA. Sanderson after it. His head coach told me he had a great motor yesterday. Impressed him the most of all skaters. Andy Brandt, not the only one he impressed. He was incredible in my opinion yesterday as well. Ryan Cameron bouncing puck, settles it for his defenseman below the goal line. And skating out with it is Danny Clares, the Notre Dame commit for September. Turns it over in neutral, and Nordstrom is out there. Marcus Nordmark, excuse me, eyes on him, not Nordstrom, Nordmark. He is incredible. More on him later in the broadcast. Chatted with Johan Rosen about him before the game today. Alexander Command impressed his coach as well, looking to chip it up to his line mate. Entering in is Bartoldsson, who had a pair. That group alone yesterday piled up the points, and a broken stick. Good time to say, hey, why don't you stop by Source for Sports and pick up a new twig? Experience the feeling of getting fit like the pros at your local Source for Sports. Their experts will get you into the right gear that fits your game. These broadcasts made possible by our friends at Source for Sports. Dave Dawson, my name, Eric Serkey, our cameraman and engineer, jack of all trades, and Robotop. She is involved with the Toronto Riviera Lions locally. She does everything, and she's doing 13 things already and helping us with the score bug. Philippe Auclair is our French play-by-play guy. Into the zone, Isaacson is knocked down below the goal line. Collision. Bodies will continue to converge. Team USA's Andy Brandt felt that his group was a little sleepy to start. Didn't really like his effort. Felt like they were not as urgent as they needed to be. Solomon, the 10th overall scorer in the United States Hockey League, will dump it in and go for a line change as the Swedes will bring it out of their own zone. Fusion, their own zone now with the puck that just won't settle. Finally breaking out. For USA, that's Tumanero. South Beach, Illinois product. Long lead feed, hops over the stick. Icing waved off, and coach also impressed with number 28, who he had said, we called him last Friday, Adam Nomi for Team Sweden. He said, pretty good adjustment as he skates on the far side of the ice past the bench. Number 28, Nomi, heads off on a line change. Johan Rosen had a laugh about that. He said, yeah, he adjusted pretty well. And a pretty good game yesterday. Started things out in a tap on the back of the head there from his bench boss. Tumanero. Get it behind the goal. USA's Brunt, high praises from his coach as well. One of the 2 youngest players in this tournament. One of 2 2009 boards. Puck pops out in front of the goal and cleared outside the zone. Said Jake Prunty, really, really confident for his youth as well, the decisions he was able to make. Leyland at the line, puts one towards the net, steered easily into the corner, back to the point again. Happily has eyes for it, out in front Schultz. Happily now. To the line it goes. Shot is blocked, and Sweden will go north with it. Nordmark. Down the wing. His coach called him a confusing player. He says he is so skilled and so physical, sometimes hard to coach because you want to put him in all situations. Doesn't understand, but he said he doesn't understand it, but he said he doesn't need to. When he's that skilled, let the guy do what he wants. And icing would have been the call, but the puck is free. Some rough stuff behind the net is maybe a bit of an early whistle potentially. Douglas Nielsen had a glove on it. Each Swedish goalie, one of them 6'6", the other one 6'4". Good look at the youngster there. Vigo Tom, only his third international game that he played. As Douglas Nielsen is part of the under-17 World Challenge group that won bronze last year. Our good friend Peter Labardius had the call on that one, and he will be joining us for the semifinal in the championship. The finals will be aired on TSN+. Excited to bring you that on Saturday. In the meantime, a lot of hockey left here. Day off tomorrow, and then we finish the preliminary round on Wednesday. Off the draw, USA on the attack again. On the breakout, Bosco good positions. Got to wait for his teammate to tag up though, Graf. Swedes will carry in. Stick defensively. And up through Chandler. Crowder, backhands it on for Graf, and a weak one. Wide of the goal, Bosco there, short side offering. Steered, maybe didn't even reach the front of the goal, potentially off the side. And Sweden will chop it in. Ryan Cameron out to play it. Andy Brandt told me about Caleb Heil yesterday, thought maybe a little bit too aggressive in puck playing, the goalie, because he wasn't getting a lot of touches. More on that later in the broadcast today. Great conversation with the Madison Capitals head coach, who I've already gained a great relationship with and a ton of respect for. A lot of similarities. He and I have actually potentially crossed paths in life before a number of times. More on that later on today as well. That comes to the line, Lindbergh bouncing, puck deflected, steer to the corner. And good effort again here by Team USA. Isaacson drops it off. Olmertz. Prunty goes off the back of his skates. USA trying to clear it out of the zone. Prunty. His coach told me that how number 6 makes decisions for a young man is impressive at his age. Bursting into the zone, Compass leads. Completing a change out in front. Great save by Cameron on the early goings. Getting a toe on that one. Good hard hit along the wall as well as the Swedes will bring it in their zone. Landon Hafley, F1. Physicality starting to activate for the red, white, blue here as USA will go to pick it up. Phillips now, oh my goodness! Forearm shiver on a second one. Didn't touch the puck, so that'll be a penalty call. Maceo Phillips, the Calgary Flames' third-round pick. I think they're going to enjoy some of that physical presence, and I bet Peter Labardius will like that when he gets here on Friday. A little bit early on the contact, but eyes in the back of his head. He didn't believe it was a penalty call. Team Sweden to the power play. On the contest yesterday, Sweden was 2 for 6, while USA perfect on the penalty kill. Andy Brandt, USA head coach, told me that Sweden's power play, they make decisions so quickly, they whip the puck around. Have to be aware of that. By the way, Sweden unofficially broken a Junior A World Challenge record previously held by Brock Besser. Fastest power play goal in tournament history unofficially. Previous record is 4 seconds. They scored in 3. Nordmark Trying to play it across to his teammate at the line, sent back into the zone for their goaltender, and he'll move it along. Will Nielsen. Now Nordmark. Leaves it for his teammate Olofsson as he brings it in. Leaves it for Command. Command happily on him. And Anderson. Engaged into the end boards. Happily plays it off the wall and outside the zone. Johan Rosen told me that the Swedes needed to simplify their game. Once they got back to that in the third period, and they were able to break away from Canada West yesterday, he said the players got away from what's simple. Simple hockey, understanding their positioning, and that allowed them to get back in control again. Power play, 40 seconds remaining in it. As this young man had a good game yesterday as well, Mayer. Coach told me underrated. Great decisions he makes. Good motor as well. Can't keep it though. Clear down the ice as USA will make some changes. Music's in, but can't hold on to it. Halfway at the end of the penalty kill shift. Wyatt make sure that Sweden will use the rest of the power play time in their own zone. I think check on the grocery list for number 10. In they come now, 5-on-5 hockey, fought off nicely. See if the pace might pick up a little bit. Here's some urgency for red, white, and blue. Another puck on, and cleared out to center. Landon Happily still out there. He'll play the whole game if he has to. Great motor on the Fairbanks, Alaska native. He'll be headed to Arizona State in September. Having some trouble in their own zone here, though, and they'll get it out now. Clarence. Gonna play it out to Solomon. Not the right script there. Sweden happily move it out. Klefman. Team is changing, 1-on-5. We'll rim it around. Top unit out here for the Swedes. And good pursuit is Fleece. Has his man covered like a blanket. Yep, pun intended. Zielinski, good offering. Nice save. The first good one for Nielsen. All the way back into the Swedish zone. Second shot on goal. Unofficially for Team USA. They're coming in again, Graff. Right there, he scores! Zielinski was around it yesterday. Zielinski just couldn't bury. He had the opportunities. Great feed. Right-hand shot on his strong side, pulls the goalie across, puts it up top shelf. Grab him some peanut butter cookies, have you a snack for a coffee break, and USA is out to a 1-0 lead. Blake Zielinski from Berlin, New Jersey. Craig Button's got him ranked as a 57th overall amongst North American skaters for the NHL draft, and Zielinski's got his first to the tournament. Holmers in for Sweden, diagonal and up, and you'd expect that to add a little bit of gas to this one. Fleece with the excellent pass. The assist on it. USA able to kill a penalty, which gave them some momentum. They head the other way and score 5-on-5. Belgren taken away, and Lillian in his own zone. Left wing feed, Mayer. Mayer drops it off, weak side, fires. Great back check to break it up. That might have been a quality shot if not for Crowder on the up for Bosco. Down the right wing side, steered into the end boards amicably. And yes, the pace has picked up in Trois-Rivières. Here we go, in front. And shot is blocked, backhanded out. Prunty holds it in. Deflected by his own teammate on Sweden. Didn't reach the goal. End to end we go. Past the midway point, period one. Day 2, game 1. William puts it on goal, no problem for Cameron. USA changing, lead feed through center. Anderson braces himself for contact. Back in a collect, around, and Sanderson will dump it in for red, white, and blue. On the retrieval, they're making a swap. Left wing feed, and Sweden. Contact there from Zielinski. Into the zone they come. Sanderson edged off the puck. Picked off Zielinski. He's got room. Fires. Good save. And up front again. Number 20's on the ice. Head on a swivel. Same yesterday. Sanderson certainly had a bit more edge, but Zielinski, he was around the net. Had a few good looks, and 20 in blue. He's around center, gets a tap on the glove from his teammate Phillips. What a game for Blake Zielinski. Picked up a goal already. For Des Moines in the USHL, through 18 games, has 15 points. Played for USA. Linka Gretzky Cup as well. Brilliant. Sweden trying to push the pace. Come on. Bumped by Tuminero. Down the boards, looking for Solomon. Solomon now activates. Head up the whole way. Doesn't look down to the puck at all. Delivers it. Good location, just off a little bit. Missed the net. At the line, clears across Tuminero. Looking for the deflection from Solomon. Couldn't get it. Solomon behind, extends his body to protect the puck. That's smart play. Puck possession, Tuminero activates. Solomon trying to free it up, 2 yellow all over him. Still has one hand on the stick and swats it to the line. Tuminero blocked it, held it again. Nordmark trying to find it, he does. Nordmark stays on his feet, good body position. Lindberg will send it around. USA trying to change. Sweden gets the puck back again. 6-5 of the shots unofficially. Great pace to open this one up again, as you'd expect. Sweden 1-0. USA 0-1. One goal from Zielinski from Fleece, and that's the scoring play here. Beautiful. Trois-Rivières, Quebec. 4,000, call it almost 5,000 seat facility here. Call Save Videotron. And the Trois-Rivières Lions are defending ECHL Cup champions from last year. Anderson Cup champions. ECHL is the league. Down the wing. Here they come. USA. Shot on. Shoulder save. I believe I said Kelly Cup, didn't I? I think I said Anderson. Kelly Cup. Now we're all on the same page, whereas USA is on the same page. You know what the first clue is? The banner hitting the rafters. That was a good posting. Sweden trying to get out of their own zone. Crowder trying to deflect it in front. And clear. Nice and called. Since USA killed that penalty, it has been all red, white, and blue. Olofsson in his own zone, trying to move along the wall. Mayer brings it in for Sweden, trying to push the pace, defending well, turnover created. Graff and Crowder through neutral, shot on goal. Nielsen hugs it, and some physicality, and you'd expect a little bit of that, and so to get up behind the net is Gudmundsson. hit the end boards pretty hard, and we'll hope he's all right as we'll head to a media timeout. We'll be back to Trois-Rivières for the 2025 Junior A World Challenge on hnlive.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Andy Brandt and Team USA. 1-0 lead here. Shots 9-5 unofficially in period number 1. And great chat with him. He and I actually talked about when I first met him. He had to stay, played in the American Hockey League for the Abbotsford Heat, who was an affiliate of the Calgary Flames back in 2011. And when I started my broadcast career back then, a couple goalies, Matt Keatley and Leland Irving, became pretty good friends with Leland as I lived in the Whitecourt area during that time. So he had played with them, and Matt Keatley under that name as well. Leland played in this event, I believe, as well. So anyway, funny how the worlds connect and the circles of hockey over time. I know Leland Irving played in the World Junior Cross, but either way, it's been great to get to know Andy Brandt. Looking forward to that for the rest of the year. Here we are. Kleffner will send it in behind the goal. Going after it. Sweden trying to activate some offense here, and it's really been all USA since the goal. Please. Great setup for that one. Schultz trying to track it down. More physical, but more aggressive. Forcing on the forecheck. Now the Americans. Lindbergh stepping up on it. Now ahead for Sweden. Nordmark just stays onside as they're trying to center it ahead for him. But he's smothered well. Jardine. He had the beautiful pass ahead for Frank on their own goal yesterday on a breakaway. Mark holds it. Plays it ahead, Nordmark. Trying to get in front his command to free himself up for an opportunity. Nordmark slow to get up. Looking over at the referee, no penalty call. Solomon trying to play it ahead. And Jardine gets spilled as well. Tripped up. Play will continue. Nordmark. 1-on-4. Group is changing. Crafty, creative. Wouldn't allow him entry there. Pilgrim. Players tripping up around here, getting close to a flood time. Here's the goal scorer from Sunday, Frank. Ahead, Clares. Clares neatly knocked off of his stick. Gets it back again, though. Urgency and puck possession here. Happily blows a tire. Still got a good delivery, though. Didn't reach the goal. This is the kind of hockey Andy Brandt was talking about. Puck possession in the O-zone. Doesn't want to be working on the heels. Break out quickly. Said they were lackadaisical yesterday. Said he didn't want to take anything away from Osapienko's game out of Canada East. Said he played incredibly, but he said some of our decisions and our urgency in the O-zone didn't pay for it. We needed to really fight hard to get to the net. Didn't do enough of that yesterday. Certainly a little more active in that category today. Prunty. Now to Frank. Frank backhands it in for the Americans. And retrieved by the Swedish defender Eriksson. Offering goes wide of the goal, Eriksson. Not a lot of room or time to work with in their D-zone right now for Sweden. A vicious forecheck by USA. Trying to create turnovers, and that'll cause a penalty. Fleece saying he dropped his stick, and a late shot there might negate the power play, and it will. Eriksson undisciplined, and more pushing and shoving in front of the goal. or in front of the penalty box. So Mason Fleece was getting the original penalty, but Erickson, undisciplined and frustrated, pushed Fleece down. So it'll be 4-on-4, maybe 5-on-5. It will be 5 aside. Call that a win for Team USA. This off outside the zone. Canada East, Canada West coming up later today. Sweden beat USA last year in the preliminary round 5-3, their lone loss in the tournament. Again, this is only the 7th Junior A World Challenge for Team Sweden. 2009, 2010, and 2011. And they rejoined the tournament in 2022. Zielinski, the goal scorer. Leyland slides it back inside, did Zielinski, and Leyland, or Zielinski rather, on a plate ahead. Didn't come off a stick as good as he had hoped, and Leyland now started out again for the Americans. Fires it in. First one in, Sanderson. F1 they call that. And dumped in. Johan Rosen told me yesterday that was happier with the effort, didn't give up a lot of odd player rushes the other way. And you heard, if you watched the broadcast, the Sweden players all one unified language. We needed to have a better F3, which is the third forward, have him high, meaning towards the blue line, not as far down in the zone, just getting caught with odd player rushes. So united message, and really felt that the group was able to accomplish what they did because of those defensive and offensive commitments in the third period. Really enjoyed getting to know Johan Rosen. Seconds remaining, period one. Hard to get back in the zone for Team Sweden. Really going, I think, for about the early first 3 or 4 minutes. They had some opportunities, but USA really hasn't allowed them any time to set up at all. Forecheck has been great. Neutral zone's been excellent, and congesting at the blue line, preventing those zone entries. Nordmark has been the guy that you want to get in there offensively, and Sweden hasn't been able to activate him. Yarding hard on the forecheck while the Americans are changing. And again, you see numbers in the neutral zone, good contact. Dumped in, Tumaneo recovers it, and they'll possess it well. Zielinski down the wing. Zielinski driving in front and loses control of the puck. Comes to the line, bounces over the stick of Stout. Stout now will try to clear it, but can't. Chance here for the Swedes. Quick shot on. Nice save by Cameron. Hasn't seen a lot of action in the last few minutes. Good hard one from distance and a broken stick. Bad break for the group in gold and blue. That might have been a chance for something offensively before the end of the opening period. Shots on goal, 9-8 unofficially. The lone goal that stands is from Zielinski. That's where we are through 20 minutes of play. We'll be joined by a member of Team Sweden after we take a short break and return to Trois-Rivières, Quebec.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
1-0 Team USA leads through 20 minutes of play, joined by Adam Nami here from Team Sweden. Adam, it seemed like you guys had a pretty good start in their zone in the opening period. What kind of changed in the late stages of the period that allowed USA to kind of take over the puck possession?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe start getting like pucks deep and yeah, just need to get more pucks deep and get them on the forecheck.
I know your coach had told me yesterday that the smaller ice surface is sometimes you go a little east-west too much. Is there something you can do to drive the zone a little harder from your own zone?
Yeah, we just need to keep playing forward and yeah, just play the puck forward as much as possible.
Adam, quick one for you. What does it mean for you to represent your country and play for Team Sweden?
Yeah, it's a huge honor. I've dreamed of it all my life, so just fun to be here and play.
All right, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Adam Nami had a goal yesterday, and he'd love to get another one here to get his group back on board. Well, we got 40 more minutes of hockey left to play on day number 2 here at the Junior A World Challenge. We'll be back to Trois-Rivières, Nova Scotia, or Trois-Rivières, Quebec, shortly.
It's one of the fiercest rivalries in all of sport. The unmatched thrill of play for your country. It's the clash of hometown heroes. The unsurpassed skill of international stars. It's Canada versus the United States. The experience unforgettable. Be there when our rivalry continues. Get your tickets at hockeycanada.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Join the fans of Canada's game across the country and around the world and be a Hockey Canada insider. Receive news and features about Team Canada, events, promotions, and much more. Sign up at hockeycanada.ca/insider.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Hi, I'm Danielle Serdachny. I'm here in Leduc for the World Girls Ice Hockey Weekend.
There's 67 events across Canada with 12,000 participants. So Leduc Minor Hockey Association is one of 5 associations across Alberta hosting events this year.
Just being here today with all these girls and seeing how they have dreams and aspirations of playing hockey one day. It's so important that they're able to see it, whether that be across the media or on TV or in person. So I think just being here is really special for myself and hopefully for them to know that if they can see it, they can be it.
It's a celebration of female hockey. It's not only just the players, but it's about the moms and the supporters, the coaches, everybody that's involved. Leduc has been growing our female program for a number of years, and it's one of these things where I really feel it's important to highlight how important it is to have female hockey in Leduc.
I think it's so important to celebrate the game like this. Being here is really special for me too, because it kind of puts everything into perspective for me as a hockey player, and hopefully they can have someone to look up to as well.
It's one of the fiercest rivalries in all of sport. The unmatched thrill of playing for your country. It's the clash of hometown heroes. The unsurpassed skill of international stars. It's Canada versus the United States. The experience unforgettable. Be there when our rivalry continues. Get your tickets at hockeycanada.ca.
We arrived here in July 2023. It actually was a Canada Day, so it was super exciting because Daniel was able to he dived in the Canadian culture, I guess.
I first met Daniel when I was working with the local ECHL and AHL teams that we had here. He was holding up a homemade sign in Russian, which caught my attention, so I had to go over and talk to him and see what that was all about.
I went to this game and I found this goalie that was Russian too.
And I asked Pexa, who is that kid behind your net with a goalie mask and like cheering every game? I'm like, do you know him? He said, yeah, I do. He's my biggest fan.
So I finally got to get them together down on the bench. And his eyes lit up. He was so excited, and you get to see everything from ice level view.
He actually came over and gave me one of his stick. That was a really, really good day.
He fell in love with hockey from watching the Newfoundland Growlers. So he was like, hey, I want to get involved. How do I play hockey? I think through the funding program, Daniel and his family have been given the opportunity to try something new.
Well, it's a huge help for us because we're newcomers. It is a big chunk of the fee that we have to pay, and I'm absolutely grateful for that.
And then from there, I think he just fell in love with the game and the community and creating relationships with the other kids.
The first time I seen Daniel play hockey, it was really cool because he tried to repeat and copy what he's seen on TV. So it was pretty cool. He just learned how to skate and he just went for it.
Well, I tried it at first and I said, I like it. And all the power skating, I like it. It's my hobby, I like it. I like to skate and stuff and all the saves.
So when we were for the first time on the ice together, I was like, I'm so happy that you became a goalie also on the ice, not just behind the net.
I think at the beginning of the season, he came on to the team pretty much not knowing a single kid. And that didn't stop him. He still created relationships. He was always at practice. I don't think he ever missed one, to be honest.
Because he instantly found friends into the hockey team. He instantly found a reason to talk to other kids in school. So he adjusted right away.
My favorite part about being goalies, every time at the end of the game, everyone piles up on top of you. And they start telling you, you're good, let's go.
The assist fund is so important to kids like Daniel, especially new kids to Canada. It gives them the opportunity to explore a sport that they might not have ever had the opportunity to try anywhere else.
To support Hockey Canada Foundation, like you're just helping kids to become part of the community. You're just helping them to do what they really want to do.
For a child out there that their parents can't afford it, and I think there are a lot of kids out there today that their parents can't afford hockey. So I think if anybody out there has the money and want to donate, I think the kids is the best answer.
I would say to anyone that is considering donating to this is fun to do it. This program assisted Daniel in getting on the ice, and now it's turned into a love for him.
Thank you, Hockey Canada Foundation, for giving me an assist.
Country, and that hockey is going to lead the way. so good for your first time.
Thank you, Hockey Canada Foundation, for giving me an assist.
I think it's really important for young girls to have great role models as coaches, and for me, having women being involved in the game has really helped shape the future of young girls in the game. They are having more fun. They see themselves in leadership position later on.
Okay, Reese, I just did hold it up. Perfect, good job.
I think having female coaches coaching young women is so important. It's great to see the role models and being able to see maybe a different life after playing.
More and more women are getting in skill coaching position, whether it's in the NHL or with Team Canada, and that's really, really important to just pave the way for the next generation to know that it could be them one day. I know that as a university coach at Concordia University in Montreal, I'm super proud to be able to combine both my passion for coaching but also being a mom. I think it's important for our student athletes to see that it's not always perfect, but you can do both and you can be successful at both.
Anytime we can get more women involved in coaching roles is just going to benefit everyone.
We have to show them that Riptide Green is the best team, right?
I want to be a role model for my athletes. I want them to discover all the possibility that there is in the game for them. I want to encourage them to start coaching as they are still playing, because I truly, truly believe that if you start coaching when you're still playing, you're likely gonna stay in the game, and I'm the proof of that.
It's amazing for young people in general just to see that a woman can do something that a man can do, and I think that that's just setting the stage for positive hockey experiences and more people to be involved in the game that we love.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich?
Baranovich? He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Blake Zielinski and Team USA enjoying a 1-0 lead through 20 minutes of play here in Trois-Rivières, Quebec, in the 18th Annual Junior A World Challenge on hnlive.ca. Welcome back inside Colisée Videotron. Gorgeous facility. Hop, skip, and a jump just outside of Montreal. About an hour and a half. My name is Dave Dawson, Eric Slurkey, cameraman, engineer. Very happy to have Anne Robitaille, her services, the Trois-Rivières Alliance, helping us out with our digital feed today. We also have Philippe Auclair, play-by-play in French for you. Game number two for each of these groups in the preliminary round. They'll have a day off tomorrow and wrap things up on Wednesday. Day off on Thursday, semifinal Friday, championships on Saturday. You're up to date. Here we are, ready to roll. Period 2 is underway. Zielinski from Graff and Fleece, the scoring play in period number 1. As that puck out of glass, over the glass and out of play already. 0 for 1 on the power play, Sweden was in the opening frame. We're going to get a second one, but drew an extra penalty. Blake Zielinski has had an incredible tournament. So face off at center again. Clares. Cross. Phillips, one of 6 NHL drafted players on this USA squad. Phillips, player behind the Clares again. Sweden trying to be a little more crafty in the ozone to start things out. Get some ozone time, period. Elifson on the wall. Phillips cuts it off. Walk by him on the concourse. He looks big on ice, even bigger face to face. He is a huge young man, who's number 5 in blue. At the line, deflected in front. Cameron steers it away. I don't know if that ended up getting the stick of the Swedish forward, number 21, Andersson. Nordmark now. Taking away halfway. Great game for number 10 in blue today. Good hard entry, Bartoldsson. Come on to Nordmark. This is the top line for Sweden. Again, not allowed to set up at all. USA aggressive just inside their blue line. Nordmark will chip it. Wrong side of center though. Come all the way back for icing. Good time to say thanks to our sponsors. These broadcasts are brought to you by Source for Sports. Experience the feeling of getting fit like the pros at your local Source for Sports. Their experts will get you into the right gear that fits your game. That is a game show theme song. I can't remember which one it is though. Stout dumps it in. Schultz back to the line. Stout on across D to D at the goal. Save kicked away Nielsen. And Sweden out the other way with numbers 3-on-2. Come on for Nordmark. No shot on goal. Good job coming back and waves in Cameron. That one squeaked right through. Stout had to support his goalie and get it away quickly. Schultz breaks out. Right wing feed is Solomon. Squeezing by now. Break for USA. In front. Return feed. Stout slid off the toe of his stick. Might have been in his feet a little bit too. Zielinski at the net. Hops behind, and USA is going to change. Sweden. Long lead feed, and icing is the call, but on the hybrid side of things, Swedish players blow the hash marks. It's waved off. Sanderson looking for it, collects it, skates in with it. Offside though. His teammate was one step ahead. That's number 14, Mason Fleece. There's Sanderson. Again, what a contest for him yesterday. Star of the game. Carter Sanderson, the Pierre, South Dakota native. Muskegon Lumberjack talked about how great of an experience that was last year. Muskegon's first ever Clark Cup championship. Sidesteps the contact. Swedes are in. Pass out in front. Nobody home. And Sanderson, quick exit. Right wing feed. Skating in. Pass across. Nope. No red, white, blue there. Grunty trying to hold the line. He can't. Pace picking up a little bit here. There's Fleece. Fleece it for Sanderson. Sanderson back in for USA. They're changing. Holmans. Late feed. Touched on by Zerath. And Crowder touches it. USA's up the other way now. Bosco, nice pass, right wing feed. Backdoor right there. Great save. Didn't get a lot on it. Goalie was in right position. Graf on goal, steered away again by Nielsen. Not out though. Still a dangerous territory. And Zerath will swap it outside. Meyer, the leader of the room, as coach called him. Johan Rosen says he's vocal in the room. Really directs the crowd well. Well respected in the locker room. Back out through center again. It's Cameron. Drops it off. Giveaway though. Had to recover quickly, and he did. Swedish player right along the side of the net. Almost was able to pop it in. Out in front again. Good support in front of the goal by the American defenders. You can hear Philippe Auclair getting excited in the background in French as well. Love the ambience of that. Wrap it off for you both languages that are spoken primarily in Quebec here for play-by-play. Shot on goal. Cameron trying to locate it. in front. Great save by Cameron. Highway robbery on the doorstep. Denied by number 1. Best of the game. I'll mark that one down for the highlight reel. All alone. Could have had himself a sandwich, put his feet up and had a coffee. To the Swedish player, number 21, Ludvig Andersson, and Ryan Cameron denied him. Highlights available, hnlive.ca, TikTok, and Instagram. HNLive.ca on Twitter or X. HNLive on YouTube. Top 5 plays of the day coming out as well today. Ryan Cameron could be a candidate for that today, or Alex Pasternansky, your editor, chopping those up, and I imagine that save could be featured. Because Alex is a goalie. He favors the goalies. 2v3. In come the Swedes. Backhand. Cameron gloves it and holds on another look. And number 1, Caleb Heil yesterday. Andy Brandt told me about Caleb Heil was backing up Cameron today, that Heil, there were times that maybe he was too active with trying to pursue the puck because he wasn't getting enough action. And he said Heil came up to Andy Brandt this morning and said, hey, what do you think of this play on that goal? And Andy said, well, boldly, Caleb. You could have used our teammate from Madison. Stout was right there to move it up the ice. And he says he takes the feedback, he welcomes it. He's really becoming a pro and an important part of the relationship with his head coach. Not only head coach in this program, but head coach in the USHL. In comes Solomon, almost had a great move. Number 7, split the D nearly. Looking around for the puck, the Swedes break it out through center. Nordmark trying to get through. Nordmark in, shot on goal. Cameron hangs on. Pushing and shoving after the whistle. Referee going to send each player. Offsetting roughing minors likely will remain 5-on-5. Only 1 power play so far. And the chatting continuing off to the penalty box. Bartoldsson. With some extra words. We're going to see 2 American players going. Stout chatting with the official right now, the captain, looking for an explanation. Top right of your screen. So he's going to be relaying that information to his head coach, Andy Brandt. Andy arms crossed in the middle. Manitoba Moose as well, affiliated there. East Coast Hockey League, graduated from Wisconsin. I've gained a lot of respect for this week. Looking forward to more conversations with him. Long lead feed to Haffley, hit him right on the tape, and good recovery by the Swedish defender. Our number 10 might have had a step on the left wing side. Pilgrim, now to Phillips. Cross D to D, to Monero, and deflected. It won't be icing as Pilgrim is in. Haffley, support along the wall. Gauges some contact there, is now stepping up to Monero to keep it deep into the Swedish zone. Chop back to the line, Phillips bobbled it though. Americans got to tag up and they will. Douglas Paul. Now up for Klefner. Cross ice, calling for it the whole way was Paul. Fanned on it. Another late addition to the lineup. His head coach said played well in the action that he had yesterday. Noomi, the other late addition. Cameron, quick decision to bring it up to Phillips. Works around the boards, helps the breakout Fleece. 3v3, chips it in opposite corner. Americans are changing. Good hard contact, Sanderson below the goal line. Prunty keeps it in. Pace starting to pick up, physicality engaged. Here we go, Zielinski takes a peek. Prunty wants it, fires, blocked. Sanderson works it to the line across Prunty. Prunty down low, backdoor looking Fleece. 4.5 skaters for Sweden, no twig for one of the forwards. Defender actually gives him a stick now. As backdoor right there, it's in! He scores! Great position by the official. That went in and out so quick. Mason Fleece sets one up earlier with a great pass, and he absolutely rips one under the bar, and it's 2-0 for the Americans. Taking advantage of the Swedish player without a stick right at the moment of the exchange. At this level of hockey, at the elite level, one small decision is all it takes to open up a window. Swedish player exchanged the stick from forward to defender, worked across Fleece, top shelf, book it. It's 2-0. Gorgeous goal by the Americans. And that one could be a candidate for a top 5 play today. Graf leads it ahead, chipped along the wall. More forecheck, Crowder's in. Conboy in support, played out of the zone. Sweden will chase after it. Legs out, what might have been an icing call. Elofsson steps up to hold it while the Swedes are changing. Red, white, and blue all over them. Shots unofficially 13 apiece though in period 2. Near in the midway point. Stout sends it along the wall. Kraft trying to locate it at his feet through each defender and back out again. Fleece from Zielinski and Sanderson. The scoring play. That might be a break here again. Fleece is in. Fires. Did he not miss that by much? What a delivery. So Fleece set up Zielinski and Zielinski sets up Fleece. And that line just thunderous for red, white, and blue right now. Sanderson. They'll create another turnover. Zielinski. Pass across and Fleece off the heel of his stick. Those guys are just unreal right now for the Americans. Zirek dumps it in. Cameron wants to keep the pace going, and he does. Sanderson in front to Solomon. Couldn't write his song. And up go the Swedes. Zirek through center. Come on. Come on. Trying to skate by Phillips. No dice. As Phillips shuts the door. A lot of tools in the belt does that guy have. And plays it along. Crafty from the backside. Sees the game well, positioned well. Obviously can dish it. Quick decisions. Third round pick of the Calgary Flames, no kidding. Jardine trying to receive the puck. USA just playing a nice, smooth, sing-songy game right now. The flow is just so buttery perfect. You want to put it on your bagel or your croissant and eat it for lunch. Just beautiful hockey. The Swedes bring it out through center. Sent into the zone. Cameron will put a glove on it. And he'll hang on for the face-off. Just shy of the media timeout. Each of these whistles has a little bit of edge to it. No team has won more medals in this tournament than Team USA. No team has won more gold medals in this tournament than Team USA. Won the gold last year, beat Sweden 7-4 in the championship in Camrose, Alberta. One member returning this year for Team USA, which is Caleb Heil from that experience. Pardon me, 2 of them. John Stout was there. Heil's 3rd consecutive Junior A World Challenge. Off the draw, Swedes take it, played up inside their bench though, Johan Rosen. And company will set up shop on the face-off just outside. No, it'll come back in their zone, of course, because it was off a American player. So you have a look at Goodmanson. Mons Goodmanson played for the Under-17 World Challenge program last year. 6-team tournament. He just wrapped up in Shore, Nova Scotia, a month ago. Zira, cross ice feed, and they come. Nice move. One maybe extra pass, and they shouldn't have made. Here I am saying that up in the booth. I can't even skate. Happily sends it across into the legs, and the Americans continue on with the pressure. Again, the margin of victory and error is so thin in this sport. You think about decisions. And Andy Brandt, the head coach of USA, talked about that yesterday in our conversation. More on that coming out of the media timeout, where we are headed right now. 2-0, Team USA in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. We'll be back shortly.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovic.
Whoa, these are for Baranovic?
Baranovic? Baranovic?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovic.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Andy Brandt and Team USA looking for an explanation from the official. Andy told me before the game, he said, some of the decisions we were making with the puck yesterday, wasn't overly happy with them and really felt, and obviously talked about 53 shots on goal. He said on the outside looking in, yeah, you look at the stats and think, we played pretty well, but we still lost. He said, when he evaluated the game overall, wasn't happy with some of the decisions he made with the puck. He said, the margin is so thin in this sport, you make one quick decision, one shot, would have changed the game. But you look at the decisions there. Swedish, maybe an extra pass on that last play. On the one play that led to the goal for USA was the stick exchange. And in that moment on the exchange of the stick, Zelensky gets it across from Fleece, back of the net. So fun sport is. And the higher levels you go, those quick decisions make such a difference. And honestly, overall in life, isn't it the same? Decisions, there's more at stake. Small ones can make a big impact. No, I'm not doing psychology today, that was yesterday. Day off tomorrow. We need psychology today. Zach goes over the glass and how to play. And again, after the whistle, more pushing and shoving. I'm sure each group will, coaching staff will talk about that heading into the intermission. Eric and I are looking forward to having a day off tomorrow. I hear there's so many things to do in Trois-Rivières on the tourist side. Cannot wait to explore the fine city. Thought about going to Montreal, but why not stay local and explore all the things that Trois-Rivières has to offer. Cannot wait to experience the culture in this great city. My third time in Quebec. Hyacinth and the TELUS Cup made a trip through when we were in Cornwall, Ontario. Through to Montreal, I believe that's what I see. So many trips at HMI, honestly, I can't remember. Solomon chasing after it. What a move, Solomon, and a great save. Even better effort to get that shot off to begin with by Solomon. One hand on the stick. That's how quick USA can turn the tempo up in a game. At the line, Lindbergh's offering, absorbed by Nielsen, and Solomon. Number 7 for Team USA. Bursting down the wing, it was 1v1, one's hand on the stick, forces it at the goal and still gets a shot away. Incredible stuff. All these players made up of the USHL. Solomon is 10th overall in scoring. That's the highest level that anybody in the league in scoring is at on this team. Swedes break in, backhanded into the zone. Cameron to play it. A couple of 10-bellers from him today. And a player without a stick below the goal line. Or is that just an iron stick from previous? I didn't notice. Potentially, that shot goes wide. Sweden picking up the pace here as you'd expect. It was about this time yesterday against Canada West when they really started to turn it on and bring the advantage more towards them. And Canada West had tied it up. A 3-2 goal, then the third they really took over. Zelensky a goal today, chips it in, high off the glass and back out again. Zelensky, candidate for player of the game for Red, White, and Blue. He has been sensational. Isaacson, Fleece all over him. Sanderson slides by this, I guess their top unit for Red, White, and Blue. So many great lines they have. This one is certainly that has the most push to it. Americans changing. Paul sends it up. Isaacson. Nice little move behind the back. Isaacson didn't fool the American defender at the line. On to Cameron. And absorbs it and hangs on. Once again. Total in the tournament, the Americans have played 80 games now, 63-17. Sweden, this is their 31st contest, 13-17. 96 goals for, they scored 104 against, and again, only won 1 silver. It's only their 7th entry into the tournament. Last year they won silver, bronze in 2022. Hoping to change that this year. Be a little more parity than we've seen last year. And last year the World of Hockey changed so much. We didn't discuss that too much, but great effort from Canada West yesterday. It said 6-2, but really in a lot of ways it was more 3 or 4-2. Empty netter, and Swedes took over in the third. No disrespect to the Swedes or disrespect to Canada West. Zira brings it in for Sweden. Rising shot, caught an edge over the top. Solomon, cheeky little touch play there to Schultz. As Yardine taps it there to Schultz, and Schultz will carry it in. Schultz, backhand of forehand, got a good delivery. Scout, trying to keep it down low. Tipped ahead and trying to chase after it. Tumanero, good stick, hand-eye coordination, knocked it out of the way. And Goodmanson. Left wing feed, back into the American territory. Stout says moving along, has to fight for it. Good effort by the captain, Stout. Off the boards and back out through center again. Stout causing fits. Look at that, puck retrieval by 24. 3 Swedish players right there, and Stout stopped it. Centering feed, nothing home again. Another great stick by Stout. He's on it again. Rising shot over top, not a lot on it. Carving in front, and a short side offering. Cameron holds the post and keeps it out. Captain's seen enough. Good break there for the Swedes. A little bit of life. Lillian trying to continue it. Great turnover on the forecheck. Crowder trying to center it in front. At the line front, he fires, and Nielsen will stop it. Key save for the Swedish goaltender as his group was pressing on the other end. A turnover below the goal line. Last line of defense. And Douglas Nielsen standing tall. Farjestad product. 6'4". Not as tall as the guy backing him up today, 6'6". That'd be a break for the Swedes and a 2-on-1. Shot on goal, saved by Cameron, rebound. Nothing there. And an extra little tap there on Anderson. He didn't like that. Good set play though. Getting speed along the wings, trying to cause an odd player rush. The defenseman from the Americans. Fine work cutting off the angle. Left-hand shot. Didn't get it to far pad like you often want to in a 2-on-1. Your goal is to put it off the far pad to create a rebound bouncing the other way for the tap in. But because of the angle of the American defender, took away that option. He had to force it on short side instead of for the rebound. What you don't see on the outside, because there's no camera on me, I do a lot of hand gestures to describe it. That's the unfortunate part about not seeing me do that. You hear my voice, but I'm really good at charades in my broadcast booth, in case you ever were curious. But you're not, so I'll shut up. Cross ice feed, wide, Fleece after it, trying to move it ahead for the Americans. He does through center. Sanderson now leads the charge. Sanderson waits for help. Wills it at the goal, didn't miss by much. Short side chance, Zielinski. Boy, has he been incredible, hasn't he? Said that 18 times today. Phillips across Lindbergh at the goal. Nielsen hangs on. Good shot there by Lindbergh. Steady Eddie on the backside. Can create offense, the Moorhead, Minnesota product. Remember the Fargo Force in the USHL. Played there for their under 18 development program last year. 13 points through 61 games that plays in the USHL. Also on their under 18 World Championship program. 4 points through 7 games. He'll be headed to North Dakota in 26-27. Shots were 9-8 in the opening period. Sweden's actually leading in the shot department 12-10 this period, unofficially 20-19. Set play off the draw, Fleece rips it, saved by Nielsen, rebounds there. Phillips on stick, make sure to keep it deep. Zielinski, Lindbergh, past him. And a foot chase, just outside, comes back in, chance for the Swedes in front, just missed on the glove side. Good burst, good support, delivery, might have caught a piece of something. That was close. Number 29, Carlson. Checking Swede, trying to confuse the goaltender Cameron was Andersson. Andersson had a good chance earlier in the period as well. Goodmanson as a check finished on him. Sweden a little more fierce on the forecheck now. Seeing a little bit of what the Americans have been doing. Swedes are taking a page out of that book. Trying to get one before the end of the period here. Wide of the goal. Pressure down low. Nami sends it around. Blue and gold is changing, allows Lindbergh off the glass safely out of the zone. Called it a glove to head as Solomon touched it first. In spite of all the physicality, what's impressed me, only one power play so far. There's been offsetting penalty calls, but I believe only one power play. Just the Sweden player advantage in the opening period. As Bartholdson of the pair of goals yesterday would love to get something in period 2 here before the end of the frame. Broken stick back in the American zone as the linesman has to go retrieve that. That's the brief delay. Stout loses his stick, knocked out of his hands, so he thinks. Nordmark in front, come on, just put it wide. Best chance for that pairing in this game so far. Those are the two guys you want going in for Sweden, but he just put it over top of the goal. Right wing feed, Bartholdson delays, Bartholdson fires, and camera knows. Got a suction cup that in as that guy right there, Nordmark. You don't want him around the goal. And his head coach, and again, a hilarious conversation with Johan Rosen. A lot of personality involved in some of these conversations. One of the honors I have about meeting some of these incredible people around the game. Talked about Paul and how great he played as a late call. But he said, Nordmark, a confusing guy to coach, he said. So much talent there. Said, I can't use him in all the situations that I want to for this tournament, but coming up for the under-18 Worlds, he'll play a little more in different scenarios, but he wants to play all the time, in all scenarios. Players. A lot of the elite players do, don't they? I guess every hockey player does, but players. Behind the net, Lindbergh. Left wing side, Sanderson. Past him. Sanderson said he liked out the hybrid. Feels that he was the first one there. He's going to plead his case as Blake Zielinski in on both goals today, candidate for a player of the game. Americans a good bounce back after a 4-1 loss to Canada East yesterday. First loss to Canada East since 2019. 5 opportunities. This little bump. Fleece hits him in the back of the leg. Chance for Sweden, but Clares is there to help out. Cleared out of the zone. Sanderson. And Sweden back in again. Isaacson has a look as Lillian moves back as F3. And we talked about that yesterday. And Zelensky chip it in, might end up getting it himself. Almost the first one there. Lillian brings it out for Sweden. Isaacson through center. Paul's with them. 2v2. Drops it off. Elofsson. And positioning that box so tight for Team USA. Not allowing to penetrate. And they'll have numbers 3-on-2 with less than 2 to go. Period 2. Up by 2. Down the wing. Nice save. And the rebound just too far for Landon Haffley. Good location of the puck though again. Far pad. You want that rebound. Here comes red, white, blue again. Haffley puts on the brakes in front. Prunty was pestered by Mayer. Frank drops it off of the line to Monero. Below the goal line. Swedes on their heels now. This is what the American game looked like in period 1. Drops in front. Good positioning. Prunty opens up his hips. What a move! Loses control of it. Can't recover as Zerath at the end of the shift will give it up. There's the work you talked about by Jake Prunty that Andy Brandt was telling you about before the game. Frank has it, protects it. Frank's support down low. Schultz and Haffley to help him. That might be puck out of play. It will be. Power play coming for the Americans with exactly 1 minute to play in period 1. Their first of the hockey game. And that I will chalk up 100% to forecheck. That is a pressure penalty. The American forecheck so relentless. Swedish player puts the puck into play. Call it delay a game penalty at this level. That's a power play for the Americans. USA yesterday 1 for 7 against Canada East, while Sweden gave up 2 power play goals against Canada West on 6 attempts. Prunty can't hold it in, brought it back in momentarily. It's knocked down, so they'll reset again. Prunty has been so good. Again, Andy Brandt before the game talked about the 2009 borns, the 2 youngest players on the team. There are 3 of them actually. Gunnar Conboy, David Bosco, and Jake Prunty. Excuse me, no. Bosco is 2008. So Conboy and Prunty, the only 2 2009 boards. 2 youngest players in the tournament. Really talked about how he opens up his hips, can make great movement, decision, deceptive at the line, and he's got it now. And just out again, great call by Stripes. Right on the line. So we will, another face-off with 42 seconds remaining. John Stout will be our guest following the short break at the end of the period. Lindbergh get set up here on the power play, and they hope they can add 1 more before the end of the second frame. Solomon. Jardine trying to move it deep, can't. Zelensky delays, waits for Solomon to tag. They'll chuck it in diagonal. Solomon knocks it down. Solomon towards the goal, fires, he scores! They're singing the Song of Solomon, south of the border. 3-0. It's a power play goal for Team USA. Knocked it down, walked in off the wall, literally could walk right into a high danger chance. 1v1, Nielsen might have been a bit deep in his goal. under the glove hand. It looked like he might have caught him around the elbow area. It's a hard place for a goalie to grab it. And big goal for the Americans to make it 3-0, a power play marker before the end of the second frame. Mark that one down as potentially a game-changing moment. Great shot by Solomon. Dumped in on Nielsen, and period 2 comes to an end. Number 7, Brent Solomon from Champlain, Minnesota. 13 goals for Sioux Falls in the USHL. High school hockey in Champlain Park, was a champion there last year. Red, white, and blue in the driver's seat through 40 minutes. We'll return to Trois-Rivières, Quebec shortly for an interview with John Stout, the captain of Team USA.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
A late power play goal as Team USA in the driver's seat up 3-0 here, now joined by the captain, John Stout. John, a dominant second period at times, I'd have to say. What really worked for your group here in the second frame?
Yeah, I think we're just finally connected. I mean, this is our third game together, so it's been an interesting week trying to figure each other out, but we're all such skilled players that, now that we're starting to connect the dots, it's really working.
You certainly are. Your second experience at the Junior A World Challenge, what have you taken from last year and gained into the opportunity this year?
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, it's a long 2 weeks, but at the same time, it goes by so fast, so it's so important to just embrace every day and just really enjoy the time that you have wearing the jersey and playing with these players, because it's super special.
John, I would imagine that some more aggression on the forecheck continually in period 3 is the recipe. Is there something you really want to do well?
I'd say just do whatever we've been doing the last 2, because it seems to be working pretty well.
It certainly has. Appreciate your time. Thanks, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Captain of Team USA is John Stout, and he certainly is right. What they're doing is working. Well, we will get to work on taking a short break here, paying some bills. We'll be back to Trois-Rivières, Quebec. It's the 18th annual Junior A World Challenge on HM Live Policy.
Every great play starts with an assist, a moment that changes the game. Off the ice, an assist can change a life. The Hockey Canada Foundation Assist Fund has helped over 10,000 kids play the game we love. But every season, more families need a little support, because every child deserves a chance to play the game.
Thank you, Hockey Canada Foundation, for giving me an assist.
Visit hockeycanadafoundation.ca to give your greatest assist yet.
From a first game to their biggest game. From ESSO medals to gold medals. We're dedicated to Canada's game.
Here's McKenna, loose in front, good stop, rebound, score!
Canada's Ultimate 50-50 is back this holiday season. Your chance to win big during the World Juniors is here, while helping strengthen grassroots hockey in your community. With 3 separate draws running across the country, this is Hockey Canada's biggest power play yet. Don't wait. Scan the QR code on your screen and get your tickets now at hockeycanada5050.ca.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Luca. Luca. He is a funny little boy. He's very creative, and he's always helping others when he sees that they need a hand up. He learns online through homeschool. So coming to hockey he's so excited to come to see his friends, to be with the boys, and just have that sense of friendship.
This is my first year coaching Luca. Started out real quiet, but has gained his voice in the dressing room and has become more comfortable with the kids that he's around, and that's what it's about, making some new friends and being comfortable out there.
Luca began Learn to Skate when he was 3 years old, and he did 2 years of Learn to Skate. And when he had that hockey stick in his hand, he was ready to play.
He brings energy, he brings hustle, he brings an intensity. Hockey is a fast-paced game, and Luca has certainly developed as a hockey player, but I think he's coming along as a young man as well.
If you are able to find a way to the rink and knowing that you can apply for a grant like this, it's step one. Getting an assist from Hockey Canada has really helped our family and will help yours. Just come and try out and come and apply for the team, and the rest is gold. Just you can do this.
Any program like the Hockey Canada Assist Fund that can take away some of those financial barriers, it allows kids to get the same opportunity as some of their peers that they wouldn't have otherwise had.
The Hockey Canada Assist Fund allowed Luca to be doing what he loves and being with friends and being with kids and having fun.
It's really fun. If you don't have a lot of friends, you can make more friends and maybe score some goals and have fun.
He's learned to believe in himself, and he's become confident in his ability to do what he needs to do out there. Also, he's become more confident with the coaches. I hope Luca's hockey journey is fun. That's what this game is all about.
Thank you, Hockey Canada Foundation, for giving me an assist.
Roland, do you prefer to swing the stick that way, or do you prefer to swing the stick that way?
I need these on the ice. Yeah, I'll see you on the ice.
Today we're welcoming 30 kids that are going to be new to the sport, into hockey, fitting them head to toe in brand new equipment, getting them on the ice for a 1 hour first session.
Everybody got their stuff on, everybody ready to play. We're gonna fall a lot, and that's okay. It shows you're trying hard. Roll, up you get. Good, up you get.
It's critical for Hockey Canada to create opportunities in hockey, to learn the game, experience the game in a welcome, safe environment, and we can't do that alone. We're happy to be with Hockey Eastern Ontario here as one of our members. IIHF shares our goal in growing the game, making sure that anyone who wants to play the game and experience our great game has that opportunity. So through their Grow the Game Fund, Hockey Canada has collaborated with the IIHF to introduce what we call the Hockey Canada IIHF Try Hockey Pilots.
Oh, almost got it. Good job.
I think we're getting to introduce a lot of non-traditional hockey families to hockey. We recognize at HEO that there's a lot of barriers to the sport, and I think this opens up doors to new families and new participants joining the game.
We're gonna skate. Now move your right foot a little bit towards me. Your right foot. That's it. Now move your left foot. There you go. You're doing it.
The Game Change Initiative, it's really a celebration of successes across the country. Celebration that helps other associations replicate and do similar initiatives in their community.
I think our culture in Canada is so diverse, and a program like this welcomes new families in and makes them feel less intimidated about joining the sport.
Hockey, at its simplest, is fun and should be fun. Hockey really brings people together in communities across the country. It keeps kids active and engaged within their communities. So the more kids that we have playing the game, the more we'll coach the game down the road, the more that we'll officiate the game, and hopefully their children continue to play. So it's really a part of the fabric of who we are as a country.
So for very many of you, that was the very first time with all hockey equipment on a big ice surface like this. And you did a super, super job.
The hope would be is that we have thousands of associations running tri-hockey programs, learn to skate programs for families. So the ultimate goal is that this is happening across the country and hopefully across the world.
We're getting the national women's team in sleds. We're gonna do a quick little tutorial for them. Dixie's gonna show them
How
their
to get in?
skates.
New wheels, new wheels.
Yeah.
First of all, thanks for agreeing to do this. It should be pretty fun.
These straps are crissy-crossy, applesaucey.
So you kind of want to start onto one edge and then kind of slide into it. Yeah.
Life's good.
And then when you shoot, you kind of just
That's
slide.
the hard part. Very humbling. It's like we're experiencing the dream today. I'm scared. Woo!
You can tell they're athletes, that's for sure. Some of them are doing pretty well, some of them not so well.
I'm still working on the stop.
They're taking a liking to the contact, that's for sure.
I forgot the stick had. The stick had like little things on it. What do you do when you get the puck?
You can't. Skating wasn't bad, but it was with the puck was really hard. I don't know how they stick handle.
So you can have your feet any height you want?
Yeah, so I have like these two, like spacer.
Hopefully my coach isn't watching. She might be taking my spot on the team here. I think there's going to be a bunch of sore hips and shoulders tomorrow, but that's what our training staff's for.
This is sick. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Inspired by the strength of a diamond, every stitch reflects our resilience, pride, and belonging, forged through time and pressure. Canada's 2026 Olympic jersey, a symbol forged in ice.
I think women-only spaces are so important for, just to be curious and vulnerable, to be able to say the things that they don't know, be able to network with other women in the game that either have more experience or less experience, and just grow, building their network and building opportunities for them in the future.
From a coaching standpoint, it's good to have women coaches to look up to have mentors and role models. It helps, continue on that chain of I see her, I can be her as a coach, but it also is super important for the female athlete to see that they have a woman coach to learn from, to relate to. A lot of the time it's a lot of shared experience from growing up as an athlete.
I am a firm believer that games are won and lost in the neutral zone.
I think when I did the HP1, maybe 15 years ago, I was the only woman
in the group, and I think the opportunity just to meet young and up and coming coaches, high performance coaches, and I think it's just a great opportunity to see so many young women kind of growing the game and wanting to learn and wanting to take the next steps in their career.
The Hockey Canada Foundation has been funding the We Are Coaches program over the last number of years, and this year they provided additional funding in order to run this event in particular. So again, we were able to bring all these women in from all across the country, have them all together in the same space, networking, doing their modules, doing their group work. So yeah, this is only possible because of the foundation.
Moreover, I think it's even more important to have that experience in the room, and now I get to network with somebody that knows so much information and has so much great experience with coaching that now I get to learn from them too. So yes, it's good to get your name out there, but the possibility of learning what they know and using it for your own team or in your own coaching philosophy, it is just so special to have a huge group of women to learn from and to collaborate with and to share this experience with.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovic.
Whoa, these are for Baranovic?
Baranovic? Baranovic?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovic.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Johan Rosen and Team Sweden trying to get juiced up here, jacked up, pumped up, whatever you want to call it. Get up and go for period number 3. And Trois Rivières, the 18th annual Junior A World Challenge in HNLive.ca. The 7th time Team Sweden has been involved in it. 2022 when they re-entered was the last time Team USA had, I'm not going to say the word, blanked them. For those of you superstitious out there, the score was 3-0. That was in the preliminary round. That was in Cornwall, Ontario. Prior to that, 2011, the last time it happened, score was 4-0. That was in the bronze medal game. As Andrew Campoli of Team Canada East comes by and pats me on the arm. I thought something had gone crazy. Only thing crazy would be if this goes to overtime, which I would love. But Sweden capable of doing it. Down the wing it goes. Rebound in front, and that goes wide. See, not as crazy as one would think. Just missed the goal. Lily, D-to-D. Kicked away nicely by Cameron. USA is even in the shot department, 23, now 24-22. But it just feels like they have a little more control of the game based on, yes, the score and the way that they're able to just force everything to the outside. What is crazy also, chatting with Philip Auclair, who's doing French play-by-play behind us, talked about how it seems crazy that USA lost 4-1, Sweden convincingly beat Canada West. If you try to compare game to game, which gives you any idea to logically reason what's happening, out the window. So you would think, okay, by transitive property, is Canada East really gonna take it to Canada West tonight? No idea. That's why you play the game. That's why we're playing it here today. Dave Dawson is my name on HNLive.ca. Eric Serkey, my camera operator, engineer, and Robitaille helping us with the social media. Happy for her services over these last couple of days. And in behind the goal, Scout. Said whatever was working. We'll keep doing it. Easy way to describe it, and he's got it now. Brings into the zone the captain of red, white, and blue, Schultz. Stops, ran in a room. Yardine goes after a puck that nobody else wanted. Yardine at the line, Lindbergh. D-to-D Scout. Shot deflected behind the goal. Nielsen looks on. Sandwich there, Yardine. Worked around Solomon at the line. Stout deflected, drops in front. Nordmark brings it out for Sweden. Over to Kaman. Bartoldsson at the goal. Cameron had to hold on. Now else Nordmark was right in the goal mouth. And Cameron, Caleb Heil backing him up today. Got the start yesterday. Made a couple of really nice saves and a little bit of pushing and shoving. The outside of your screen, which is not to be surprising at all, based on how these two have engaged so far. Moves it ahead, will backtrack as a defenseman, push the pack. Kleffner gets it again, tips it ahead and allows his forwards to do some work. Fleece on the forecheck. Sweden will carry it forward. Kleffner, Isaacson is behind him, gets it, blocked by Zielinski. Out in front, Fleece trying to force a play with the Swedes, and Mason will take it, dump it in. Nielsen rips it around. Zielinski cuts it off on the wall. Sanderson delivered by Leyland. And he'll regroup. Right on front. Leyland chipped into the Swedish bench. That goes out of play. Good time to thank our sponsors at Source for Sports. This broadcast brought to you by Source for Sports. Experience the feeling of getting fit like the pros at your local Source for Sports. Their experts will get you into the right gear that fits your game. You can also check out our highlights as well. HNLive.ca on Instagram and TikTok. HNLive.ca, Twitter or X. HNLive on YouTube. Shameless plug. Follow me if you want on Instagram or on Twitter or X if you'd like to. Not sure why you want to. Just so said it once, I won't say it again the rest of the time. Cameron dumped in on the retrieval. He was back there to slow it. Moving it ahead, taken away by the Swedes. Chip back in again, Pilgrim. River on, makes a bounce onto the goal. Head first is halfway with aggression. Trying to chase that puck down. Head first, but head of steam is what I meant to say. Too late now, left my mouth, Pilgrim. And through center, Lindbergh recovers as Phillips stops and bucks as USA through neutral. Pilgrim touches it, Sweden's changing, and back to get it is Elofsson. Left wing feed, Isaacson, Carlson that is, excuse me. Around the boards, Convoy bumps in, Crowder, good bump along the wall, and Hathaway will dump it. Crowder delivered at the goal, Wilson steers it away. Anderson backhands it in. Phillips to pick it up for red, white, blue. Deceptive play, and Phillips holds his ground. Doesn't take much for the tree trunk frame he has. Huge boy. Stands his ground well. Graf trying to dislodge it. Sent into a different quadrant and back to get it is Stout. Fronty rolls a tire. Smart play though. Chips it up from his backside and Graf. Flips it, Solomon, right wing side, a goal already, chipped up, thought it might hit the netting. Play will continue, benefits USA, turning and firing. Good delivery, Schultz, Graf now for Solomon, continues, Prunty, might have been slashed, he was. That'll be a penalty call. Right as he was gonna release it, Nordmark in his face. Might we see those two gentlemen toe-to-toe in another international stage in years to come. Maybe not too far from years to come. Nordmark to the box. Red, white, blue back to the power play. They connected at the end of the second, which really did turn the tide in the game, I felt. Sweden had some opportunities at 2-0. Penalty call. Power play goal by Solomon. He was given a lot of real estate on the left side of the goal. Solomon patrols the right point currently in a 4-forward set for Team USA. Schultz squaring off in the dot with Paul. And they'll clear it. On to Cameron. Prunty now. Moves he can make. Jardine to Zielinski. Stops Solomon. Solomon tipped through. Schultz waits. Prunty. Lots of respect at the point, making sure he doesn't have room to make any type of decision at all. And Jardine delivers. Prunty. Return feed. Jardine. Down low. Schultz. Jardine. Prunty. Jardine. Down low. Schultz. Good box here by the Swedes. Prunty. Down low. Solomon. Short side. Nielsen fights it off. Hit him in the mask though. Worked to the favor of Sweden as the Americans were really pressuring. Johan Rosen. Bench is still open on the Swedish side. I thought they were maybe trying to get the change in, but Nielsen thought maybe potentially the mask could be repaired, and Tam was ready to get back into action. Tom, that is, Vigo Tom. Great performance yesterday. Now moving forward outside. Klefner. And it gone to the power play for the Americans. Prunty up to Jardine. Skates in with it, sends it low. First one there, Swedish jersey. Solomon chipped it up, good heads up play to Zielinski. Open up some space, and Klefner at the end of a shift thought he might go after it. Prunty though, up to Solomon, feathery touch, Jardine. Looking to the weak side, Schultz shot on goal. It's loose, in behind the net now. Jardine wants it. Jardine down low, Schultz. Trying to work it through. Swedish player again without a stick. Deja vu. We've seen this before. Solomon, side of the goal. One-timer. He scores. Work to perfection. Another Swedish player without a stick. Down low in the zone. Caused the problem. Red, white, and blue right away capitalize. Out in front, across to Schultz, back of the goal. Another power play goal, it's 4-rep. Sounds great in English and in French. Happily bringing it in again. Out front for Frank, shoveled away. Sweden just trying to muster something. Come on. Has it. Come on. Delays, and Cameron positionally sound. Come on. Didn't get a great shot away because the puck was rolling. Still able to deliver a solid offering though. Nordmark plays it out in front. Shot blocked by Happily and out of play. So Sweden responding with their top line has come on to decent shot away on a rolling puck. Really in a hole here. The Americans not messing around today. Gave up 4 goals against yesterday. Putting up 4 today. Flipped up to Bosco. Crowder, shoulder saved by Nielsen. Have to be careful though. Kraft Stapled to the near side boards. And around, held in by Phillips. The difference, really, I feel in this game has been the American dedication to the aggressive forecheck. That has really been the difference. It has hemmed Sweden in their own zone, forced them to take penalties, create turnovers. It's led to 2 power play goals. Bosco, another turnover. Down low, Kraft now. Stands his ground, does Bosco. And Swedes having a hard time getting it out. They say it's still in, close at the line. Bosco, short side. Nami got a stick on it. Finally, Sweden's able to carry it outside the zone. Zerath. Left wing feed, Lillian. Lillian in, offside. Or is that too many players on the ice? It is. Or does note, behind the play, it's looks to be coincidental roughing minors. Seen a lot of coincidental penalties so far in this hockey. Only 3 power plays. Sweden's had 1, the Americans have had 2. But I believe we've had 4 or 5 different coincidental minor situations. And is that 4 or 5? You remember? 4 or 5 coincidental minors? It's okay. We're doing enough already. It's all right. And Robitaille is operating 3 laptops at the same time, watching the hockey game and writing a social media post. She is tremendously intelligent here. The Toronto Riviera Lions does 18 jobs there. It's still doing it for her help. HMI team this week. Fleece in front. Zielinski, what a move! Zielinski, nice save! Goes between the legs. Blake Zielinski, and what a move and a great save by Nielsen. Stout, a big fan of it. Blake Zielinski, cheeky play, number 20 in blue. So highly skilled. My pick for player of the game for sure. I don't really have a say, but Blake Zielinski. 3 Swedish players, dances in, toe drag move, through the legs, broadcast charades again by Dave Dawson. Someone needs a GoPro on me. It's amicable. I talk with my hands so much. If somebody tied my hands up, it would be a boring broadcast. I wouldn't be able to speak. I don't know, that's weird. Zielinski lines up in the dot. Against the captain, Isaacson. One back by red, white, blue. The Americans towards the goal, deflected. Puck still loose. Sanderson, no surprise, involved in the skirmish in front. Toe drag, backhand, so close. Nielsen hugs it. American player. Mason Fleece all around it again. Mason Fleece comes up hobbling a little bit. Don't fight it off. If you're the Americans, you want that young man to be at full capacity. Mason Fleece from Rolling Hills, California. One of the only players, 2 players on this team without an NCAA commitment based on my research. If that is true, I don't imagine, Mason, that's going to last much longer than Saturday. The way he's played. Unless that's not on elite prospects. One time in front. Free puck. Great save, Nielsen. Officials having to separate the 2. Canada East, Canada West coming up after this at 7 o'clock Eastern time. We'll have a day off tomorrow. East will play Sweden at 3. West will play the USA at 7. And then semifinal Friday, championship Saturday. Peter Lamardius, longtime voice of the Calgary Flames. Done Olympics, worked on Sportsnet for a long time. He'll be coming in to have the call with me on Friday and Saturday. Saturday will be on TSN Plus as well as on the channel. Anderson brings it in. Andrus now along the wing. And a penalty call coming. Looks like Phillips is going to go back to the box. Phillips got the penalty in the opening period for USA in almost the exact same spot. And he's going to be going back to the box. which will give Sweden an opportunity to get on the board here with a lot of hockey left. Phillips again, pleading his case. So the Calgary Flames draft pick, the highest drafted player in this tournament as well, is Maceo Phillips, the third rounder. 5th, 6th, and 7th. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th are the others. Only team with drafted players, our team, say. 6 of them. Clean win for Sweden. Need not explain how important it is for them to score in this power play. Nordmark rips one high up the glass and wide. It'll carry all the way back. And Sanderson driving right in, trying to get the puck. Come on, the pair of goals yesterday. Skates over the line for Sweden. Drops it off. Andersson for Nordmark. Nordmark now. Good stick, Sanderson. Sanderson again. As he'll take it and rip it high. Glove down, Nielsen. Elofsson. Sanderson getting into it. Nordmark outside of the Swedish bench. Looks like jiu-jitsu on ice. Now the officials jumped on top. Looks like me trying to get out of bed this morning. I don't know if anyone's going to get a penalty call at all. Well started. Nordmark and Sanderson got tied up outside of the Swedish bench, and each player tried to separate the other. And a look at Nordmark. Not sure the officials here are chatting. We might see some penalties out of it. I think it's just Nordmark. So that is a difficult play for Sweden, because that'll be the end of their power play. That is a crucial mistake by a highly ranked prospect for Team Sweden. Crucial mistake. Official giving the explanation to the two captains. One a little more confident than the other is. Nordmark. Official felt he was the one instigating it more than Sanderson was. You see the explanation there. Nordmark Santos trying to push him off. So 4-on-4 hockey should open things up nicely with a pair of, well, skating, good skating, well-paced teams. Johan Rosen now getting the information from the official. Coach not overly pleased with the result today. Third period produced 3 goals for them against Canada West yesterday. 3 goals against as well for USA against Canada East on Sunday too. Lindbergh, nice edge work in, just missed. The bounce almost worked out for Sanderson, who's on the ice now watching the guy he battled with in the penalty box. Great forecheck by Landon Halfley. What a game of him today. Picked off by Sanderson, he knows he's offside. Might have been a great look for him. Had he been able to walk in. Elofsson will sidestep Lindbergh. Lindbergh shoveling it out. Halfley's going to lead a charge. Might be a 3-on-2. Sanderson's going on a change. 1-on-3 instead. Halfley tripped up. No penalty call. Either way, great result for the Americans. Back out for period 3. USA 0-1, Sweden 1-0. Second last game of the preliminary round, and another neutral zone turnover. Jake Prunty involved in it. Zielinski. Prunty using his edges to hold it. Prunty fires, just missed. Schultz. Leyland. Good work to hold it in too. Layers of support. Americans come in waves and waves and layers. Maceo Phillips out of the box, drops it Schultz, Zielinski. Abbreviated power play for the Americans. Prunty across Solomon. Solomon works a low Schultz. Schultz looks for Prunty, receives Prunty, Schultz. Prunty, back to Schultz again. Solomon down low, tries the wraparound, short side shot, nothing there. Prunty with a rolling puck. 10 left in the power play, abbreviated one. Schultz into the bumper, couldn't get a shot away. Yardine, short side, shoveled and knocked down with a high stick. And that'll be a stoppage of play, back to 5-on-5 hockey. Media timeout, the final one. Period number 3, in period 3 of game number 1. I'll be back to Trois-Rivières, Quebec, shortly.
At Source for Sports, we fit skates for everyone from first-timers to first-liners. These Source-exclusive Bauer Supreme Matrix skates are built for power and top-end speed. We actually just fit a pair for Baranovich.
Whoa, these are for Baranovich?
Baranovich? Baranovich?
He needed specific footbeds and a blade profile for his style of play. Mr. Baranovich.
Hey Adam, are my skates ready?
Got him right here.
Thanks, Adam.
Welcome back inside Colisée Videotron, Trois-Rivières, Quebec. It's Dave Dawson here on HMI.ca, the 18th annual Junior A World Challenge. The Americans have won 10 gold medals, have played in every medal situation since dating back to they first joined in 2007. They've won a medal every year, is a better way to say those words, Dave. Tournament started in 06, medal every year. Bouncing puck in front, Sanderson grabs it, clears it, might be a 2-on-1. Mason Fleece with Sanderson. Fleece, Sanderson couldn't get a good stick on it. From behind the net, Fleece trying to play it out in front. Americans continued forecheck pressure. Now from inside the zone. Sweden moving it through. Captain Isaacson trying to play it ahead to Carlson. Taken away by Fleece. No, that's Kleffner. Carlson was from a month ago, Dave, in Truro, Nova Scotia. He wore 19. Getting those mixed up. Isaacson, right wing side. They're in. And what a play by Maceo Phillips. Still getting a solid shot away on goal. In front. Wrapped around. Nothing happening. Swedes going for a broke here. Trying to get one. Carving in front again, and shipped ahead. The Americans are out. Solomon trying to dance forward. Kraft has him in support. He's there to support him. And Nordmark almost gives it away. He does. In front, Solomon swats at it. Schultz clubs it down. Trying to chip it below. Solomon. Look at him, just so calm. Regardless of any situation as he's in, doesn't matter where he is, poised with the puck. Lindbergh can't hold it in, he'll send it back. USA tags up, swaps personnel. And the Swedes carry from behind their net. That's Samuel Eriksson from Karlstad, Sweden. Sends it down, icing the call. Americans have been relentless. Andy Brandt, their head coach, told me, didn't like the effort yesterday. A lot of areas that they wanted to change. More urgency, said more aggression. Andy's right in the dead center there. Black shirt, black suit. Carving some notes down on his paper. Told me the importance of paying the price in getting to the blue paint. He said he shied away from that yesterday, but now that we're back to it, I would say he's probably happier with the results so far. 6 to play here, day 2, Trois-Rivières, Quebec. It's Clarence back for Team USA. On the breakout, Sweden there, causing some fits, creates a turnover. Prunty, solid contact, and Bosco picks it up for the Americans. Trying to go inside, outside, has a player alone in front. Can't get it to Nami. Instead, there'll be a penalty call. Sweden might be going to the box here. Zerath, I believe, is the penalized player. Or it's the Americans. Gunnar Conboy, limited ice time today. Holding's the call. With Sweden to power play number 3. 2 for 6 they were yesterday. Anderson works it to Nordmark. Read well by Sanderson. Here he goes again, shorthanded. Sanderson fires, just misses the top portion of the goal. Anderson pestered hard by Sanderson. Just tremendous work ethic on both ends of the ice. Any area of the ice number 15's on, not safe for an opponent. Come on. Putting it towards the goal, didn't get a solid shot. Happily cleared attempt stopped. Nordmark works it across there to Eriksson. Back to Nordmark. Delays, fires! He scores! And there's the delivery. The excellence you'd expect from number 12. What a shot by Marcus Nordmark. Great time for a power play goal for Sweden. The shutout broken for Ryan Cameron. Had time to walk in, deliver it. Fairly similar to the goal we saw from Solomon earlier. Nordmark's first of the tournament. Delivered with precision. Nordmark ranked number 11 amongst North American skaters for the upcoming NHL draft. Frank in, he scores! That didn't take long. The response. Frank walks in, says, I'll take our 4-goal lead back. Thank you very much. Frankly impressive, I would have to say. His second of the tournament. That's how you do it. If you're an American fan, University of Connecticut product. We headed there in September. Commit, I should say, not a product yet. Committed for there. Clares to Leyland. Left wing feed. In for Sanderson. Sanderson fires. Nilsson fights it off. Rough stuff right in front of the penalty box behind the play. Isaacson involved in it with Blake Zielinski. Got him in a headlock. Nolan Ryan to be proud of. Five different goal scorers today for Team USA. Ashton Schultz, the most recent one, before Frank. Well-balanced offensive unit, as you would expect, as I expected coming in. 53 shots on goal yesterday against Canada East. 52 saves for Kale Ossipienko. unofficially second all-time in the Junior World Challenge history. So power play now for the Americans. They are 2 for 2 so far. 2 for 3, excuse me. That abbreviated power play, the last one. Full power plays, they're 2 for 2. Prunty, chip down low. Schultz, return to Yardine, works it in front. Might have got a piece of the twig of Nielsen. Solomon. Trying to battle it on his own, and Solomon loses a tire. Kleffner in a battle with him. Kleffner gets it back again. He'll rip it right back into the American zone. Prunty waits, drops it. Zelensky, smooth entry. Yardine, Schultz. Prunty. And Schultz works it. Prunty delays. Prunty, all kinds of space, playing his own hockey game, really, in a lot of ways. He's on computer mode and Xbox right now. You get him the puck, just watch him just so effortlessly stride if he's in trouble. Quick decision like that, it's in, he scores! Zelensky. All the work of Jake Prunty at the point. Did Yardine tip that one? Maybe he did. He's leading the charge. Number 12 is going to get credited with it. Zelensky shot it. Yardine got a piece of it. Masterful. Masterful American power play. 3 for 4. Guitar Hero mode it is today for the group south of the border. Crowder after it. Almost another O-zone turnover created. Nordmark wants to get it to Command. Nordmark works it across, and again a good stick. Kraft, Crowder. I believe contributions, points from all 4 lines today from Team USA. That a big reason. 3 reasons why they're successful today. Forecheck, causing turnovers, successful power play, 4-line contributions. Dominant performance, Team Sweden. 6-2 they won yesterday over Canada West. They pulled away in the third. This time, red, white, blue. Pulling away in the third period here. 3-0 through 40, now 6-1 in the late stages of this. First 2 periods, a little more parity, only 39-30 unofficially in the shot department, but obviously it seems way more lopsided than that based on the score and puck possession time. O-zone puck possession, the biggest piece of the puck. Sweden has possessed the puck, just not consistently in the O-zone. Frank brings it in for the Americans. Working on a pair for him today. 0-2 in the tournament. 6 different goal scorers now, I believe. Yardine, they gave it to Zelensky in the last goal. Yardine did lead the flyby, which often is an indication of who scored the goal. Players usually know that's kind of a ceremony, a reward. If you score, you get to lead the charge. As Pilgrim in front of Frank, he scores! What a setup, and what a finish. Delivered masterfully, and the convert is good. Wow. Yeah, there's some smiles on the bench. want to talk about a group not happy with the effort yesterday? Here you go. Here's your recipe right there. Google it, and there's your answer. Two for Frank today. 6 different goal scorers for the Americans. Unofficially, of course. Yardine led the flyby that gave the last one to Zielinski. Prior to that, Frank with a pair. Yep. Good to be an American today. If you are one, cheering them on for Team Sweden. The other direction after their contest yesterday. I think it had more to do with, in my opinion, what the Americans did rather than what the Swedes didn't do. Hard to make puck, clean passes from behind the goal. American sticks are right there. Breaking again, charging the net. You know, Andy Brandt's gonna love that one. Pay the price in the blue paint. Wanted more of that today. Well, Andy, I think you got it. 30 left in this one. 4 goals in the third period for Team USA. Isekson brings it in for Sweden. Trying to build something to build on for the next contest. Sweden will take on Canada East. That game coming up East and West tonight, 7 Eastern time. That's Prunty. Cross ice, Frank looking for the hat trick. He might have time. Sends it across, and they run out of clock. How unselfish is that? Frank, who had 2 goals already, could have had a chance at scoring, but instead he passed it across. Is that not a diagram of exactly what Team USA wanted to accomplish today? Unselfish. Contributions from all lines. Great performance between the pipes from Ryan Cameron. Was great when he had to be. That one shot that got by him, almost a shutout for him. It's probably what they're laughing about right now, waving to mom and dad up on the screen. So we will turn things over to the post-game ceremonies, which will be our player of the game announcements, and then the American national anthem. Sweden will have to regroup for the next contest. To the public address announcer, we go once he is ready for action.